Well, get out your wallet. It's time to go shopping. Here's Paul Nelson with this week's fishing tip.
This week we're going to talk about buying new stuff, in particular buying a new fishing rod and reel. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that you can make is to buy a general purpose rod that doesn't do anything well but does several things kind of so-so. What you want to do is add one rod and reel at a time to your arsenal, but make that rod and reel purchase something that works perfect for a certain situation, but maybe a multi-use rod where you can get several uses out of it. A suggestion I'd have to make for almost all walleye anglers is to go out and buy yourself a medium heavy to heavy action rod and put a line counter reel on it. Now, you can use that for a number of different things. You can use that for a bottom bouncer, use that for trolling plain crankbaits, you can use it for planer boards, and you can actually put lead core on it and use it for that too. What I like to do with that medium to medium heavy rod is I'll put a mono backing on it and then fill it up with braided line or bionic line. But that bionic line is more expensive and you don't really need to fill the spool with that. I back it with mono and then make sure the reel is full so that I get plenty of bionic on there or braided line on there, but I have that mono backing so it's going to perform properly and also be full. So if you're going to go out, I would suggest a walleye angler. Everybody needs a bottom bouncer rod, and trolling crankbaits and planer boards are things that guys want to get into, especially if they go out east and fish some of the Great Lakes or the larger lakes. So a good purchase this year, or a good suggestion for a new rod and reel, would be medium heavy rod, line counter reel, so that you can repeat where you are. If you find out how far out you're letting those baits, you want everybody in the boat to be able to get in that same zone so that you're going to catch more fish. This has been the fishing tip of the week, and I'm Paul Nelson from the Bemidji Area Lakes Guide Service.
It's always fun to buy new stuff. And a reminder, if you have any questions for Paul, we're taking questions on Facebook. So if there's people out there that think, hey, Paul Nelson, he's a professional, he might be able to help me out with something, ask him a question on Facebook, post it, and also send in pictures too of fish that you've caught, and maybe you'll see it sometime on the news.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.